In the shadowed recesses of our deepest consciousness, where the light of clarity often seems distant, we embark on a quest for wisdom. This journey is not a mere pursuit, but a profound endeavor to sculpt our souls with the enduring virtues of self-control, fortitude, and unwavering discipline. It is within these shadows that we confront the raw, unrefined aspects of ourselves, seeking to transform them into beacons of strength and integrity. Our path, illuminated by the ancient teachings of Stoicism, challenges us to examine and refine our behavior, particularly in our interactions with women. This examination is more than an exercise in self-restraint. It is a rigorous test of our inner fortitude and our commitment to living a life marked by virtue and honor. Through this process, we uncover the behaviors that undermine our pursuit of true character and wisdom. As we delve deeper into this journey, we confront behaviors that betray our higher principles and compromise our strength. The teachings of Stoic philosophers offer a timeless guide, urging us to shed actions driven by impulse or unchecked desire. This is a call to elevate our interactions to reflect the noblest aspects of our humanity, demonstrating respect and integrity in every engagement. The ancient wisdom that guides us emphasizes the importance of self-mastery and inner calm. By adhering to these principles, we not only enhance our personal growth, but also foster healthier, more respectful relationships. This journey of self-improvement is not about imposing rigid rules, but about cultivating a genuine sense of responsibility and honor in our interactions. Our commitment to this path reveals our dedication to living with purpose and dignity. It requires us to continuously evaluate and adjust our behavior, ensuring that we align with the virtues we aspire to embody. Each step we take in this direction fortifies our character, transforming us into individuals who act with intentionality and respect. In embracing these ancient principles, we honor the legacy of those who came before us, whose teachings continue to inspire and guide us. By rejecting behaviors that diminish our virtue, we affirm our commitment to a life of true strength and integrity. This journey is both a personal challenge and a testament to our resolve to live authentically. Ultimately, our pursuit of wisdom through Stoicism serves as a powerful testament to our inner strength and dedication to virtue. It is a journey that shapes us into better individuals, capable of forming meaningful, respectful connections. Through this transformative process, we not only honor the principles of Stoicism, but also embrace a life of profound inner growth and outer respect. Number 1. Do not seek validation. In our complex interactions with others, particularly with women, it's imperative to understand the value of not seeking external validation. This principle is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, as emphasized by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who wisely states, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This profound insight encapsulates the core of personal strength and self-worth. Our value should be derived from our own self-assessment and not from the external validation or approval of others. Seeking validation from others, including women, reveals a deeper issue of insecurity and dependency. When we constantly look for external affirmation to bolster our self-esteem, we are essentially surrendering control over our own sense of self-worth. This dependence on others' opinions creates a fragile self-image that is susceptible to the inconsistencies and whims of external feedback. True personal strength and fortitude are cultivated when we rely on our internal resources for self-validation rather than external sources. Epictetus's teachings guide us towards a more resilient approach to life. By understanding that our value is not contingent on others' opinions, we reclaim control over our self-worth. This internal validation is not a fleeting or superficial recognition, but a deep-seated confidence in our own values, principles, and actions. Such an approach enables us to weather the storms of external criticism and praise with equanimity, maintaining a steady sense of self regardless of outside influence. To embody this principle in daily life means adopting a mindset that prioritizes internal self-assessment over external validation. When we shift our focus from seeking approval to self-reflection and self-improvement, we reinforce our own sense of purpose and identity. This inward focus fosters a robust sense of self-confidence that is resilient against the fluctuating nature of external validation. Engaging with others authentically and confidently, without the need for their approval, reflects a deep-seated strength and self-respect. Furthermore, avoiding the pursuit of validation enriches our interactions and relationships. By engaging with others based on mutual respect and shared values, rather than seeking their approval, we cultivate deeper and more genuine connections. This approach allows relationships to be built on substantive qualities and authentic interactions, rather than superficial needs for affirmation. Such relationships are more fulfilling and enduring because they are grounded in real and meaningful connections rather than the transient nature of approval-seeking behavior. Moreover, the principle of not seeking validation aligns with a broader philosophical understanding of personal integrity and strength. It encourages us to focus on what we can control, our actions, reactions, and self-perception, rather than on external factors beyond our influence. This perspective empowers us to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and self-assurance, grounded in a steadfast belief in our own value and capabilities. Number 2. Do not be possessive. Possessiveness is a mirage that ensnares the mind and traps the soul. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, wisely stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This profound insight underscores a fundamental truth. Our inner strength is not derived from controlling others, but from mastering ourselves. In the realm of relationships, this means recognizing that no person can be owned or controlled. Every individual, including women, possesses their own free will and autonomy, and treating them as possessions only distorts this natural order. To grasp the full implications of possessiveness, consider its roots. It springs from a deep-seated fear of loss and insecurity, casting a shadow over our interactions. When we view others as extensions of ourselves rather than as separate, independent beings, we inadvertently sow the seeds of jealousy and mistrust. These destructive emotions undermine not only our relationships, but also our inner peace. The Stoic way demands that we confront and transcend these fears, embracing a mindset that honors the autonomy of others while fortifying our own inner resilience. Jealousy, a byproduct of possessiveness, is particularly insidious. It corrodes trust and breeds discord. When we allow ourselves to succumb to jealousy, we sacrifice our mental tranquility and let external circumstances dictate our emotional state. The Stoic perspective advocates for the cultivation of inner fortitude, an unwavering strength that is impervious to the whims of external forces. By relinquishing our desire to possess and control, we reclaim our mental sovereignty and build a foundation of genuine, resilient relationships. Moreover, possessiveness often distorts our perception of love and companionship. True affection is rooted in respect and freedom, not in ownership. When we let go of possessive tendencies, we create space for authentic connections based on mutual respect and shared values. This shift not only enhances the quality of our relationships, but also aligns with the Stoic principle of living in harmony with nature and embracing the reality of our interconnected yet independent existence. Embracing this Stoic approach requires a deliberate effort to reframe our understanding of relationships. Rather than seeking to possess, we should strive to appreciate the unique qualities and autonomy of those we care about. This mindset fosters deeper, more meaningful connections that are free from the constraints of possessiveness. It also empowers us to focus on our own personal growth and self-mastery, which are central tenets of Stoic philosophy. In practice, overcoming possessiveness involves cultivating self-awareness and emotional discipline. We must recognize when our feelings of jealousy or insecurity arise and address them with a Stoic mindset. By acknowledging that our true power lies in controlling our own reactions and attitudes, we can dismantle the illusion of possession and embrace a more harmonious way of relating to others. Number 3. Do not manipulate. Manipulation represents one of the darker aspects of human nature, a shadowy reflection of our deepest desires for power and control over others. When we engage in manipulation, we are often driven by a desire to influence outcomes and bend others to our will, using deceit and cunning rather than genuine effort and integrity. This form of behavior not only betrays our own moral compass, but also reveals a profound lack of self-control. As Seneca wisely noted, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." This statement encapsulates a fundamental Stoic belief. The true measure of strength lies not in the ability to dominate others, but in the capacity to master oneself. Engaging in manipulation undermines the core principles of trust and respect that are vital to healthy relationships. Manipulation is inherently deceitful, involving tactics designed to deceive and coerce rather than foster genuine understanding and cooperation. When we manipulate others, we treat them as mere tools to achieve our own ends, disregarding their autonomy and feelings. This erosion of trust is detrimental not only to the individual relationships affected, but also to the broader social fabric of mutual respect and cooperation. From a Stoic perspective, the essence of personal strength is found in adherence to a code of honesty and transparency. A true Stoic understands that manipulating others is a betrayal of one's own integrity and a sign of weak character. Rather than seeking to control or deceive, a Stoic strives to interact with others in a manner that reflects their core values and principles. This approach fosters deeper, more meaningful relationships built on a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. Manipulation also carries significant consequences beyond the immediate interactions. The deceitful tactics used can create an atmosphere of suspicion and mistrust that extends to other relationships and environments. When people perceive that they are being manipulated, it can lead to a broader sense of cynicism and wariness, damaging not only personal relationships but also the overall sense of community and trust. In contrast, by practicing honesty and transparency, we contribute to a more ethical and supportive environment where trust and respect can flourish. In resisting the urge to manipulate, a Stoic not only preserves their own integrity, but also sets an example for others. This commitment to genuine interactions and fair treatment helps to build a foundation of trust and cooperation that can lead to more positive and productive relationships. By leading through example, a Stoic demonstrates that true power is not about exerting control over others, but about mastering oneself and adhering to a set of ethical principles. Embracing the Stoic ideal of self-mastery involves a conscious effort to reject manipulation in all its forms. It requires a steadfast commitment to self-discipline and a focus on acting with honesty and respect in all interactions. This approach not only helps to maintain one's own moral integrity, but also fosters a more trustworthy and respectful world. Number 4. Do not fear rejection. Rejection, in its myriad forms, is an inescapable part of the human condition. Whether in personal relationships, professional endeavors, or creative pursuits, encountering rejection is almost a rite of passage. It's essential to understand that rejection is not a reflection of our worth or capabilities. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus advised, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This counsel suggests that living our principles through action is far more impactful than merely articulating them. When faced with rejection, it is a moment to embody resilience and courage, demonstrating that our value is not diminished by the opinions or decisions of others. Rather than seeing rejection as a personal affront or a defeat, consider it as an opportunity for profound personal growth. Every instance of rejection is a chance to develop and refine our character. It challenges us to confront our vulnerabilities and fears, offering a unique opportunity to build inner strength. When we face rejection with a mindset of growth, we shift our focus from what is lost to what can be gained, a deeper understanding of ourselves and a stronger sense of resilience. Rejection, therefore, becomes not a setback, but a crucial step on the path to self-improvement. Rejection forces us to reflect on our goals and aspirations. It provides a mirror through which we can examine our ambitions and the methods we employ to achieve them. By critically assessing our approach, we can identify areas for improvement and make necessary adjustments. This introspection fosters a more refined strategy for future endeavors and helps us align our actions more closely with our true values. Instead of letting rejection discourage us, we should use it as a tool for evaluating and enhancing our approach, thus turning potential failures into valuable learning experiences. Furthermore, rejection teaches us the importance of perseverance. It's not the rejection itself that defines our journey, but how we respond to it. True resilience is demonstrated through our ability to persist despite setbacks. Each rejection is a test of our resolve, and by continuing to strive toward our goals, we show that we are not easily deterred. This persistence not only brings us closer to achieving our objectives, but also builds a character that can withstand future challenges. Embracing rejection in this way fortifies our determination and reinforces our commitment to our personal and professional growth. Rejection also fosters empathy and humility. Recognizing that everyone encounters rejection at some point helps us approach others with greater kindness and understanding. Our shared experiences of rejection create common ground, allowing us to support and uplift one another. By acknowledging the universal nature of rejection, we build stronger relationships and create a more compassionate environment. This empathy enriches our interactions and contributes to a sense of collective resilience. Number 5. Do not lose yourself in lust. Lust is a powerful force that can quickly seize control of our minds, distorting our perceptions and weakening our resolve. It represents a fleeting desire that promises immediate gratification, but often leaves a trail of regret in its wake. When we give in to lust, we let our most primal instincts dictate our actions, overshadowing our ability to reason and make sound decisions. The ancient philosopher Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This profound insight emphasizes that our mental state shapes our overall well-being, and allowing lust to cloud our judgment compromises this fundamental truth. When we succumb to lust, we forgo the chance to cultivate genuine connections based on respect and understanding. Lustful impulses are often driven by superficial desires rather than the deeper, meaningful interactions that contribute to true happiness and personal growth. Engaging in lustful behavior might provide temporary pleasure, but it rarely fosters lasting fulfillment or contributes to our development as individuals. Instead, it distracts us from our higher goals and virtues, leaving us adrift in a sea of momentary indulgence. True strength and character are found in temperance, the ability to control our desires and act with discipline. Temperance requires us to rise above fleeting passions and focus on what is truly important. It involves making choices that align with our long-term values rather than succumbing to immediate urges. By practicing temperance, we demonstrate self-mastery and commit to a path of personal growth that honors our higher aspirations. In the pursuit of higher virtues, we shift our focus from transient pleasures to the cultivation of lasting qualities such as wisdom, courage, and integrity. These virtues form the foundation of a meaningful life and guide us in making decisions that reflect our true character. Rather than being swayed by the allure of lust, we commit ourselves to actions that uphold our dignity and contribute to our overall well-being. The struggle against lust is not just a personal battle, but a reflection of our broader commitment to living a life of purpose and meaning. It challenges us to examine our motivations and align our actions with our deepest values. By resisting the pull of lust, we affirm our dedication to a higher path and demonstrate our capacity for self-control and inner strength. In essence, the fight against lust is a testament to our ability to govern ourselves and rise above our base instincts. It requires ongoing effort and self-awareness, but it ultimately leads to a more fulfilling and virtuous existence. By prioritizing temperance and higher virtues over momentary desires, we chart a course toward a life of greater meaning and satisfaction. Thus, let us remember that true happiness and personal fulfillment stem not from fleeting indulgences, but from the steadfast pursuit of our highest ideals. By resisting the lure of lust and embracing temperance, we honor ourselves and pave the way for a life rich in purpose and lasting joy. Number 6. Do not disregard respect. Respect is the foundation upon which all meaningful human interactions are built. It is a principle that transcends social status and personal gain, representing a profound acknowledgement of each individual's inherent worth. In the words of Seneca, a seminal Stoic philosopher, "Treat your inferiors as you would be treated by your superiors." This directive highlights that respect is not a matter of hierarchy, but a universal value essential for harmonious relationships. It emphasizes that how we treat others, regardless of their position or power, reflects our own understanding of their inherent dignity. When respect is disregarded, it signifies a fundamental disregard for the intrinsic value of others. It is not just an act of rudeness, but a deeper failure to recognize and honor the essence of another person's humanity. Ignoring the need for respect can erode trust and undermine the integrity of our interactions. Every act of disrespect chips away at the foundational principles of empathy and consideration that sustain meaningful connections. By failing to uphold respect, we engage in a form of devaluation that damages not only the relationship, but also our own ethical standing. To embrace respect from a Stoic perspective involves a conscious and disciplined effort. It requires us to engage with others not merely through the lens of their external status, but through the recognition of their internal worth. This approach demands that we consistently uphold the principles of fairness and dignity, treating others with the same regard we seek for ourselves. In practice, this means listening actively, responding with empathy, and addressing others' contributions with the seriousness they deserve. This method of interaction fosters an environment where mutual understanding and cooperation are not just encouraged but become natural outcomes. Furthermore, respect plays a crucial role in fostering trust and facilitating effective communication. When respect is present, interactions are grounded in a shared sense of value and dignity. This creates a conducive atmosphere for resolving conflicts constructively and building lasting partnerships. Respect ensures that disagreements are managed with civility, preventing them from escalating into personal attacks or destructive arguments. In professional settings, this leads to better teamwork and a more positive organizational culture, while in personal relationships, it deepens connections and nurtures trust. The absence of respect, conversely, can lead to the breakdown of communication and relational stability. Disrespect creates barriers, fostering resentment and alienation rather than understanding and collaboration. When respect is not part of the interaction, individuals may feel invalidated and marginalized, which can escalate conflicts and hinder productive dialogue. The absence of respect effectively undermines the potential for healthy, supportive relationships, leading to an environment of discord and division. Number 7. Do not harbor resentment. Resentment is a poison that corrupts the soul. When we allow feelings of bitterness to take root, we give power to those who have wronged us, letting their actions dictate our inner peace. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, profoundly noted, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This simple yet powerful wisdom urges us to rise above pettiness and vengeance, cultivating a character that stands in stark contrast to those who cause harm. Imagine resentment as a slow-acting toxin that seeps into every part of our being, clouding our judgment and darkening our spirit. When we cling to grudges and grievances, we become prisoners of our own minds, constantly reliving the pain and injustice inflicted upon us. This mental replay can consume our thoughts, robbing us of the joy and contentment that we deserve. In essence, we hand over control of our emotions and well-being to those who have hurt us, allowing their actions to continue harming us long after the initial offense. Holding on to resentment is akin to drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. It festers within, slowly eroding our sense of well-being and clarity of mind. The more we dwell on past wrongs, the more we allow these negative emotions to dictate our actions and thoughts. Instead of moving forward, we become stuck in a loop of anger and bitterness, unable to progress or find true peace. This emotional paralysis can hinder our ability to form new, healthy relationships as we project our unresolved feelings onto others, perpetuating a cycle of distrust and hurt. Practicing forgiveness is not about excusing the actions of others or pretending that we were not hurt. It is about releasing the hold that these past grievances have on us. By forgiving, we free ourselves from the chains that bind us to our pain. We acknowledge the wrong but choose to move beyond it, refusing to let it define our present or our future. Forgiveness is an act of self-liberation, allowing us to reclaim our power and our peace. It is a conscious decision to prioritize our own well-being over the desire for retribution. Letting go of grievances requires inner strength and a commitment to personal growth. It is a conscious decision to focus on our own development rather than the shortcomings of others. By shifting our focus inward, we can cultivate virtues such as patience, empathy, and resilience. These qualities not only help us navigate the challenges of life, but also ensure that we remain true to our values, regardless of external circumstances. Embracing these virtues allows us to transcend the negative impact of others' actions, fostering a sense of inner tranquility and strength. Forgiveness is a powerful tool for healing. It allows us to reclaim our emotional and mental well-being, fostering a sense of inner peace and balance. When we forgive, we open our hearts to compassion and understanding, both for ourselves and for those who have wronged us. This act of grace transforms us, allowing us to grow stronger and more centered. By letting go of resentment, we make room for positive emotions and experiences to flourish, enriching our lives and enhancing our overall sense of happiness. Number 8. Do not be overly dependent. Dependence on others for our happiness is a fragile foundation. When we lean too heavily on others for emotional support, validation, or fulfillment, we build our well-being on unstable ground. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus poignantly captures this sentiment with his assertion, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions but in having few wants." This wisdom encourages us to seek contentment from within rather than from external sources. To cultivate inner strength and self-sufficiency, we must first recognize and address our dependencies. Ask yourself, are there areas in your life where you rely excessively on others? It could be emotional support, financial help, or even validation. Identifying these areas is the first step towards building a more resilient and independent self. By acknowledging our dependencies, we can begin to develop the skills and mindset necessary for self-reliance. Next, consider the ways in which dependence weakens our resolve. When we depend on others, we become susceptible to their whims and moods. Our happiness and stability are at the mercy of external factors beyond our control. This vulnerability can lead to anxiety and insecurity as we constantly seek reassurance and support from those around us. By striving for self-sufficiency, we reduce this vulnerability and gain greater control over our emotional state. Building self-sufficiency requires deliberate practice and effort. Start by setting small, achievable goals that help you develop independence. This could be learning a new skill, managing your finances, or cultivating a hobby that brings you joy and fulfillment. Each step you take toward self-reliance strengthens your resolve and builds your inner strength. Over time, these small victories will accumulate, fostering a deep sense of confidence and independence. It's also essential to nurture a mindset of resilience and self-sufficiency. Remind yourself that true happiness and contentment come from within, not from external sources. Practice mindfulness and gratitude to appreciate what you have and reduce the desire for more. By focusing on your inner resources, you can cultivate a sense of peace and stability that is not easily shaken by external events. Lastly, surround yourself with individuals who encourage and support your journey towards self-sufficiency. While it's important not to be overly dependent, having a supportive network can provide motivation and encouragement. Seek out relationships that empower you to grow and become more independent, rather than those that foster dependency and neediness. In conclusion, do not be overly dependent on others for your happiness and well-being. Cultivate inner strength and self-sufficiency, as these qualities will help you navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and confidence. Remember Epictetus's wisdom. True wealth lies not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. By embracing this philosophy, you can build a solid foundation for a fulfilling and independent life. Number 9. Do not engage in superficiality. Superficiality acts as a potent distraction, steering us away from what genuinely holds value in life. It's a mirage, promising fulfillment yet delivering emptiness. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, wisely observed, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This profound insight underscores the importance of focusing our mental and emotional energies on what truly matters, rather than getting entangled in the ephemeral and the trivial. When we allow ourselves to be consumed by superficial concerns, be it appearances, status symbols, or hollow social interactions, we risk coloring our souls with shallow hues. This superficial engagement not only wastes our precious time, but also erodes our capacity for deeper, more meaningful experiences. We end up chasing illusions, never feeling fully satisfied or grounded. Instead of nurturing our inner selves, we become preoccupied with the surface, missing out on the richness life has to offer. In contrast, focusing on depth and substance transforms our interactions and relationships. When we seek out meaningful connections, we engage in conversations and activities that nourish our soul and intellect. These connections are not just about momentary pleasures, but about fostering growth, understanding, and genuine companionship. They challenge us to think deeply, to reflect, and to evolve as individuals. To cultivate such meaningful connections, we must first look inward. We need to understand our own values, desires, and goals. This self-awareness helps us identify what truly resonates with us and what doesn't. It allows us to build relationships that are aligned with our deeper selves, rather than those based on superficial commonalities. By doing so, we enrich our lives and the lives of those we interact with. Moreover, engaging in substantive interactions requires a conscious effort to go beyond the surface. It means being present, listening actively, and showing genuine interest in others. It involves sharing our own thoughts and feelings openly and honestly, creating a space for mutual understanding and respect. This depth of interaction fosters trust and intimacy, laying the foundation for lasting and fulfilling relationships. Superficiality also distracts us from our personal growth. When we focus on appearances and external validation, we neglect the development of our character and wisdom. Embracing depth means dedicating time and effort to self-improvement, learning, and reflection. It involves seeking out challenges that push us to grow, rather than avoiding discomfort in favor of easy pleasures. In essence, by eschewing superficiality and embracing depth, we honor the true essence of our being. We create a life that is rich with meaning and purpose, filled with connections that uplift and inspire us. Let us, therefore, commit to seeking out the profound, the substantial, and the enduring in all our endeavors. In doing so, we ensure that our souls are dyed with the vibrant colors of wisdom, love, and authenticity. Number 10. Do not allow anger to control you. Anger is a destructive force that consumes our reason. It clouds our judgment, leading us to make impulsive decisions that we often regret later. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, wisely cautioned, "Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it." This insight emphasizes that the consequences of our anger can be more damaging than the original offense. When we let anger take the reins, we surrender our rationality and become prisoners of our own emotions. Mastering our emotions is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. It requires us to cultivate self-awareness and recognize the triggers that ignite our anger. By understanding these triggers, we can prepare ourselves to respond more thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This process begins with a commitment to mindfulness, an ongoing practice of observing our thoughts and feelings without immediate judgment or action. Through mindfulness, we can intercept anger before it escalates, allowing us to choose a calmer and more rational response. Responding with calm and measured thoughts is not about suppressing our emotions, but about acknowledging them and choosing how to express them constructively. When we face situations that provoke anger, it is crucial to pause and breathe. This simple act of taking a moment to breathe deeply can diffuse the intensity of our emotions and give us the clarity to assess the situation objectively. By doing so, we shift from a reactionary state to one of deliberate action, which is far more empowering. Anger often leads to regret and discord. When we act out of anger, we tend to say and do things that we wouldn't in a more composed state of mind. These actions can damage our relationships, harm our reputations, and create conflicts that are difficult to resolve. The aftermath of anger is often filled with remorse, as we reflect on the unnecessary pain we've caused ourselves and others. By choosing to respond with patience and understanding, we can prevent these negative outcomes and foster harmony in our interactions. To truly overcome the destructive power of anger, we must practice forgiveness and compassion. Forgiveness is not about condoning the actions that hurt us, but about freeing ourselves from the grip of resentment. Compassion, on the other hand, allows us to see the humanity in others, even those who have wronged us. By embracing these virtues, we can transform our anger into a source of strength and resilience, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with grace. The journey to mastering anger is a continuous one, requiring dedication and effort. It involves recognizing our emotional patterns, practicing mindfulness, and cultivating virtues like forgiveness and compassion. As we progress on this path, we gradually become more adept at handling provocations with poise and wisdom. This transformation not only enhances our well-being, but also positively impacts those around us, creating a ripple effect of calm and rationality in our communities. Number 11. Do not be dishonest. Honesty forms the very foundation of trust, an essential pillar in any meaningful relationship. When we speak of honesty, we're talking about more than just telling the truth. It's about embodying truthfulness in every action, thought, and intention. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once advised, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." This wisdom underscores the importance of focusing on our own actions and integrity, which are always within our control. By being honest, we align ourselves with our true power, cultivating an unshakable sense of self. Dishonesty, on the other hand, acts like a corrosive agent, eating away at the very fabric of trust. When we lie or deceive, we not only damage our relationships with others, but also our relationship with ourselves. This self-betrayal leads to a disintegration of integrity, causing inner turmoil and a loss of self-respect. For a Stoic, maintaining honesty is non-negotiable. It is a fundamental aspect of living in harmony with oneself and the world. Reflecting on Epictetus's words, we see that honesty involves making the best use of what we can control, our words and actions. When we are truthful, we are making the best use of our moral and ethical faculties. In doing so, we set a standard for ourselves and others, demonstrating that our word is our bond. This unyielding commitment to honesty builds a reputation of reliability and trustworthiness, traits highly valued in any community. Dishonesty undermines relationships because it creates a fragile and unstable foundation. Imagine building a house on quicksand. It may stand for a while, but it is doomed to collapse. Similarly, relationships built on lies and deceit are bound to fail. When we lie, we are essentially building walls between ourselves and others, making genuine connection and understanding impossible. Honesty, in contrast, breaks down these walls, fostering open and sincere communication. In the practice of Stoicism, upholding truth is a daily endeavor. It requires mindfulness and a conscious effort to remain honest in all our dealings. This practice not only enhances our relationships, but also strengthens our character. By consistently choosing honesty, we develop a strong moral compass guiding us through the complexities of life with clarity and confidence. We become beacons of truth in a world often clouded by deception. Moreover, honesty is a reflection of self-respect. When we are honest, we are true to our values and principles, showing that we respect ourselves enough not to compromise our integrity. This self-respect radiates outward, influencing how others perceive and interact with us. It builds a foundation of mutual respect and admiration, essential for any healthy and enduring relationship. Ultimately, a Stoic must uphold truth in all dealings, ensuring that their word is as unshakable as their resolve. By embodying honesty, we not only honor ourselves but also those around us. It is through this unwavering commitment to truth that we cultivate genuine connections, build trust, and live a life of integrity and virtue. Number 12. Do not forget to cultivate virtue. Above all else, remember to continuously nurture and develop your virtues. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once proclaimed, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This profound statement serves as a timeless reminder that actions speak louder than words. Instead of merely debating the qualities of a good person, strive to embody those qualities in your daily life. It is through our actions and behaviors that we truly reveal our character and influence the world around us. In our interactions with others, we have countless opportunities to practice virtue. Wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance are the cornerstones of Stoic thought, and each of these virtues can be exercised in our relationships and decisions. Wisdom guides us to make thoughtful choices, urging us to seek knowledge and understanding before acting. It encourages us to reflect on our experiences and learn from them, fostering a mindset of continuous growth and improvement. Courage empowers us to face difficulties head-on, to stand firm in our beliefs, and to confront challenges without fear or hesitation. It is through courage that we overcome obstacles and push the boundaries of what we believe possible. Justice ensures we treat others fairly and with respect. It is the virtue that calls us to act with integrity, to uphold the rights of others, and to contribute positively to our communities. Justice is not only about legal fairness, but also about moral righteousness in our everyday interactions. Temperance helps us maintain balance and self-control, guiding us to avoid excess and live in moderation. It teaches us to manage our desires and impulses, ensuring that we remain focused on what truly matters. Cultivating virtue is not a passive process. It requires constant effort and mindfulness. It means being aware of our actions and intentions and consistently choosing the path that aligns with our values. This demands a high level of self-awareness and a commitment to personal growth. By doing so, we set a powerful example for those around us. Our actions can inspire others to pursue virtue, creating a ripple effect of positive change. When people witness our dedication to virtuous living, they may feel motivated to reflect on their own behaviors and strive for improvement. Virtue also elevates our own lives. When we act with integrity and honor, we experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. This inner satisfaction cannot be attained through material possessions or external achievements alone. It comes from knowing that we are living in accordance with our highest principles. Living virtuously allows us to sleep peacefully at night, free from the burden of guilt or regret. It provides us with a clear conscience and a profound sense of inner peace. Furthermore, the practice of virtue strengthens our character. It builds resilience and fortitude, enabling us to withstand life's challenges with grace and dignity. By adhering to our values, even in difficult times, we develop a robust inner strength that cannot be easily shaken. This resilience is crucial in navigating the uncertainties and adversities of life. When we face setbacks, our commitment to virtue helps us to remain steadfast and composed, finding strength in our principles. In our pursuit of wisdom, it is crucial to remember that the journey is not a solitary endeavor. We are part of a larger community, united in our quest for inner strength and fortitude. This shared mission binds us together, providing support and encouragement as we navigate the challenges of life. By recognizing that we are not alone, we find comfort and motivation in the collective strength of those around us, reinforcing our resolve to rise above destructive emotions. As we embark on this journey together, we must embrace the virtues that define us. These virtues, courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom, serve as our guiding principles. They shape our actions and decisions, allowing us to live with integrity and honor. When we commit to these values, we not only improve our own lives, but also inspire others to follow the same path. Our steadfast example becomes a beacon of hope and strength for those who may be struggling with their own challenges. Let this be our solemn vow, to live with unwavering integrity and honor, no matter the circumstances. In making this commitment, we pledge to uphold the values of Stoicism in every aspect of our lives. This dedication requires constant self-reflection and discipline, but the rewards are immeasurable. By staying true to our principles, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience that can withstand any adversity. Adhering to these principles fortifies our souls, providing a solid foundation upon which we can build our lives. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true strength comes from within, and by embodying these ideals, we exemplify the power of this ancient wisdom. Our inner strength becomes evident in our actions and interactions, demonstrating the profound impact of Stoic teachings on our lives. This wisdom should guide us in all our relationships, including those with women and others we encounter. By applying Stoic principles, we ensure that our interactions are marked by respect, understanding, and empathy. We treat others with the dignity they deserve, fostering positive and meaningful connections. This approach not only enriches our own lives, but also contributes to a more harmonious and just society. Striving for a life of virtue and unyielding inner strength is not always easy, but it is a noble and worthy endeavor. Each day presents opportunities to practice and refine our commitment to these ideals. By remaining vigilant and dedicated, we continuously grow and evolve, becoming better versions of ourselves. This relentless pursuit of self-improvement is at the heart of Stoic philosophy, driving us to achieve our highest potential. In conclusion, let us embrace the wisdom of Stoicism as our guiding light. By living with integrity, honor, and inner strength, we inspire others and contribute to a better world. Together we can rise above destructive emotions and lead lives defined by virtue and resilience. This shared commitment not only transforms our own lives, but also has the power to uplift those around us, creating a ripple effect of positive change.